This channel is called Heal and Create Your Reality TV. The reason being that as I remembered, right, who I was, not only did I come into union with myself, did I come then into union with God who resides inside of me, right? Then I also remember who I was, the authority that I hold in the spirit, right? And so what that taught me was that I had more control over my reality than I thought, right? Because of the experiences that I had in like growing up, and the things that I had gone through and that were still happening to me, I was basically like a damsel in distress for a long time. And then as I started to integrate my shadow into the light of consciousness, right? I started to see, well, at first I began to identify the patterns, right? So I began to acknowledge like that certain people, certain situations continue to occur because I wasn't learning the lessons, right? So, and I was also being an active participant in my demise. So let's say people betrayed me. I would betray myself. So then I realized that the reason why people kept betraying me was because I kept betraying myself, right? So it was less about them, but more about me, right? The same thing with when it came to those abandonment wounds, those rejection wounds, those anything that was negative in my life. I was basically an active participant in it, right? Like people played a role in it, but the main character there was me. And if I wanted to see significant change, as I am the author of my story, and this is I anchored things into, things are not happening to me, they're happening for me. And then I anchored things in, all these people were supposed to teach me something, whether they betrayed me or not, whether they left me or not, whether they lied or not. They were supposed to teach me something. What is it that I'm supposed to learn from all these assholes? And why are there so many of them? And one of the things that I kept hearing was, remember why you chose them. Remember why you chose them. And so at one time, I made a list of the type of people, like their personality traits and the things that they've done. And like, why did I choose them, right? And I would love to, like, on a one-on-one, mention the names, the titles of these people, right? Because they weren't only narcissists. It was like some diabolical stuff, right? I'm like, why did I choose all these people? And then I realized that it was because God loved them too. Like, one of the reasons that I needed to come across these people was so that I can remember that God loved them too, even though they were diabolical. And so that helps me when it comes to forgiveness and things like that. It helps me, I remember, like, God loved these people too. I love them too. And I'm like, God loved them too, right? But that's not the point of the message. The point of the message is that we have more control of our reality than we think. Because the all is mine, everything is happening through us, right? So depending on the state of our being within, our outside world is gonna match that. So it's not like, it's like a reflection, like we're projections of one another. It's like projections of one another, right? And so the moment that we get ourselves right from within, when we start keeping our promises to ourselves, when we start loving on ourselves, when we start being that which we want others to be for us, and we don't need them to be that for us anymore, but we are that for ourselves, then our outside world automatically changes, because our vibration changes. Because what we're not taught is that everything is a vibration, is a frequency. And we're like magnets. We're electricity. And we call in those experiences. Like when I when I was betrayed, it wasn't about, well, you betrayed me. It was about, why did you come? What was it about me? Why am I calling these type of people in? What is it that I need to learn? Right? So we stop taking the focus on people and them doing whatever it is that they're doing. We put it back on us, inward. And once we heal that, automatically those people will fall off. And anybody that looks like